So, good morning. It is Friday, September 11th, and welcome to our morning yoga practice this week. I will put a little face on compassion, and it's going to be a slow flow class today. We're going to take our time, we're going to chill, take little breaks, and if you want, props are always optional. They're just an help. It's just to help us. It's like you can walk perfectly well when you go hiking, but sometimes a little hiking stick or better shoes. Your shoes are your prop. It's helping you. So this is your yoga shoe. This is your block. It brings the ground closer to you. So if you want, I will be using one today. You do not need one, but you can. You can always use a strap as well. And today also be near a wall. I keep this wall blank, especially if I have live student or when I used to before COVID, we would line up. So you need a wall that you're not gonna knock something off the wall. Like I wouldn't practice straight behind me, but that's an option. It's just those are little helps. They're better shoes. They're nice little hiking shoes of the yoga. So let's start by moving our legs in mermaid to the side, just to come into a nice little temporary table and just sit into your heel. Now your knees, have your big toe touching or be close to each other, and your knees can stay next to each other or go apart. We're gonna play with child pose. So it starts pretty fun, and if you have done the preview of this class on the Patreon, I put the 5 first asana are gonna sound very familiar because that was the preview of this class that I filmed a few days ago. So here we go. Inhale tall and exhale, chest down. Look towards your belly button. You want to curve your back before you add some length all the time. So just curve, get in there. Now your knee, my knees are wide right now and I want them together. Feel free to switch things around. Our body changes during an asana, during the posture. So exhale, just round into a little ball. Now I want your hands to go where they are comfy. So it could be behind you, on your back, overhead. You may want to make a little pillow, maybe for your head, for your forehead. And here you can also use your block. Put your block under your forehead. However you're comfortable. I like looking at you when I talk, so my hands often tilted, so you'll see me switching around, so I'm not always turning the same way. But here, if it's comfortable with you, I would like you to exhale and close your eyes. And if that's too weird or maybe not today, keep them open a little bit. That's always good. So your comfort goes first, so make sure this is working for you. But if you're okay with closing your eyes, maybe closing them, and without thinking too much about it, setting up a very short little intention. Like doing intention like for New Year's, it's always nice doing it every day because we tend to make things happen a little more. So set a little intention for today, maybe just for your practice, maybe for other things. Okay, now bring your hands overhead. So my intention was to bring awareness to right now. So I already had predetermined that's what I was going to do today, and I may have changed it on the moment, and that's good too, but I like that. So keep going, inhaling your fingertip away from you. Exhale the shoulder down a little bit. Neck is relaxed, maybe looking at your knees. Inhale the chest up a little bit and exhale your hand, walking them to the side Don't go further than your body allows. Listen to your body. And inhale a little length and exhale, soften down. Bring your elbow towards the ground. And you can stay just like that. And if this doesn't feel good, maybe come back in a little bit. If you're still not sure, come back in, maybe come out of it altogether. So for any pose posture, you always modify it, make it comfortable for you or skip it. And get very slow into everything. So, and press in your hand, inhale your nose up, and exhale your hands back and to the other side. Now, if my breath does not match yours, you use your breath. Add extra breath between the breath cues. And what's important is that you remember to breathe. So, we're repeating that on the other side. Inhale your fingertip away from you and exhale the elbow towards the ground. They don't have to touch. Maybe looking towards your armpit, your heel, or straight down, wherever it's comfy for your neck. And you can always inhale a little bit of length and exhale, softening the body, softening the skin of the face towards the mat, your arms towards the ground. Inhale, press in your hand, lift your chest. Let's get back in the center. Exhale, back down. Now inhale, press in your hand. Reach as far as you can with your fingertip, your hand slide down. And inhale, rounding your little tailbone towards your heel. Belly button goes to spine and press in your hand. Maybe sending your knees hip distance apart. Round, round, round in this modified cat. And inhale forward. Place the weight in your hands. And just come forward until your shoulders are above your wrists. Inner spiral your forearm by turning the inner part of your elbow towards the other. Exhaling the chest down. Breathe here, just breathe. And on your next inhale, maybe come a little bit forward. Looking to the sides if it feels good. Bending the elbow, exhale the chest down. Elbow goes down first, and then pubic bone to the ground, and then the chest. Like in a push-up, you don't want to bring the chest straight down first. Just stop a little bit before, or you're just going to tear the soft tissue, your soft muscle tissues here. So be careful with that. So let's place our hands under our shoulder if it's not already there. Move your elbow towards your body so that your forearms are parallel with each other in the side of your mat. Now let's exhale. Bring your elbows towards your hip. And then inhale, press in your hand. Lift your chest up for Cobra. You don't have to go very high here. And actually going very low without the hand, it's a little more difficult. So lift your hands up. Lower, exhale, lower. Lift your hand up. Inhale just a little bit. Careful the neck here. Look down. Look down so you don't strain your neck. Plant your hand. Exhale, soften. Inhale, baby cobra, or skip it. Or keep pushing. And maybe looking to the side. Now the weight in your hand. Make sure it's not all inside your wrist. Then you put a little bit of weight. Distribute that up front. Now center, keep pressing in your hand and exhale your bum towards your heel as your hands come and walk towards your knee. Now let's lift the chest up and just breathe here. That was like, oh my gosh, just breathe. Breathe, take your time. You can pause the video or even during the live while it's recording. You can pause it. So if this is not comfy, I think sitting on your heel like that, make sure you sit crisscross or however it works for you. So let's just relax the neck here. Let's send your chin towards the towards your chest without touching. And maybe like gliding your chest gently side to side. And when you're ready, inhale and keep the movement coming up. Exhaling back down. Other side, inhale and exhale. And with the neck, try not to go too far. Don't go as far as your neck would bend, and that's for just about anything. Don't go as far as you think it goes. There's no sense of straining that. It doesn't feel good, you know, and several days with a stiff neck kind of defies the purpose. So let's just bring our fingertip forward and inhale them up. Now reach through your fingertip, exhale your shoulder down, breathe, and just like rotate your wrist. You can make little fists or not, whatever feels fun. Bend your elbows here if you want to. Little micro movement maybe in the neck, little tiny movement. Little creepy fingers. And reach, inhale, reach, and exhale. Now, bring your bum to mermaid. And then again, you have to sit where it's comfy for you. So I'm going to put the sole of my feet against the other and the outer part of my feet on the mat. Now, if you need a little more length than that for your back, if your back is too rounded here, bring your feet forward until your back is straight. Now, you can either let gravity do its thing and just draw your knees down on its own. You can have a little weight bag on your knees. I usually don't use them, but it's always a nice little hiking shoe. If you want just little weight bags there. Or you can do the other way around. You can take your blocks or cushion, little pillows, put them right under your ankle for a little support so that your legs are not working. Maybe they want to rest, they worked too hard yesterday, or just because that's how you feel right now. So you go with how you feel, your compassion, especially to ourselves. I mean, it's the highest form of love. So you have to be very mindful of your body and listen to it too. But let's continue with our fun flow. Now we're coming out of, if you've done the sneak preview, we're coming out of it. We're continuing now. So here we go. Just inhale your fingertip up. Exhale to the side. One hand reach the ground, the other reach over. Then inhale the bottom hand up a little bit and exhale. Bring that hand towards your foot and the other one too. And then bring the other arm back down and let's come back up. Make a circle. Do you see what I'm doing? Inhale both arms up. Exhale one arm to the side. The upper hand comes down towards the foot. The other follows. That foot, that hand that follows is on the foot. Other hand come to the side. And you're making a beautiful happy circle. So I'm going to add a little speed. Sometimes it's easier just to do it. And now let's switch side. Let's come down the other way. And if that's too weird for you or it's not clicking, don't worry. Just bring your arms side to side. I just unclicked. Just unclick my thing. Now, any little movement in the waist, go breathe a couple times into each side. Continuing the movement, you can make full circle, half circle, and come back. Add a little bit. And if something, it feels particularly good to be just standing like this. Nice little stretch on the side. Stay like that. Just stay. Find that little space that are pleasant, and just enjoy them a little longer. And you can catch back or skip and come back where we are. That's all good. So neck is very relaxed. Make sure all the time your neck is relaxed. So let's inhale our fingertip up here and exhale forward. So your belly button is going down and towards your bum. You're going to round that lower back. Round your lower back and look towards your belly button. Your hands catching maybe your feet, the ground. Inhale, lift your nose and send them forward, send it forward, maybe bringing your fingertip forward a tad. Exhaling, softening the elbow, elbow goes towards the ground. Neck is very relaxed around everything. Inhale, stay exactly where you are, or creep your finger forward and adding a little length and going back down, maybe looking at your feet, maybe sniffing them, anything fun, anything interesting, maybe not. And inhale back up. Here we go. So place your feet, your leg in the front of you in Tadasana. Toes up and just shake. Lift your knee one at a time, real fast. Give me a little tap, little massage, little self-love here. Here we go. Now let's cross our feet or sit any way that is comfy to you. We're going in comfy way. Bring a block under your knees if you want. Maybe sitting on the block if that feels nice to you. Whichever way works right now that you're comfy. You want to be comfy. So use those hiking shoes, that hiking cane. Use your block, whatever you need. So your back is straight. Inhale your shoulder up and back. And place your hand comfortable on your thigh. They can be open up or down. We're going to be moving in seated cats and cow. So do as little or as much as you want. Involving your body a little bit. And if that is sore, you want just make it small movement. If it's still sore, come out of it. But just go slow. So let's exhale. Let's tuck in our guts. Take your belly button, send it towards your spine. Round your little tailbone down and under. Run your shoulder up. Look at your feet. Exhale all the air out. And here you're going to inhale in between if you're there for a bit, of course. So look at your belly button. Maybe turning your gaze to your shoulder back and forth. Just make sure your neck is fine. And on your next inhale, fill up that belly button. Picture a rope pulling it forward. So your belly button comes forward before everything else. Your tailbone's going straight back. Your shoulders back. Your nose comes up a little bit. Exhale, round the back. So involve as much or as little as your body. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. As you deflate, you exhale, and as you inflate your tummy, you inhale. So forward and back. Go with your own breath here. Use your own breath, not mine. And feel free to stay a little longer somewhere. Just keep breathing there. Go maybe a little longer. And good. If you're sitting on a block like me, take it off. Feet are back in mermaid. We're going 2 or 4s, but bring your hands like as far forward as you want. That's comfy. Tuck in your toes, lift your knees up, press in your hands. We're going in down dog. Now if you want to adjust your length, walk yourself to a plank. And that should be about, use the baseline, the guideline for your down dog. Exhaling and sending your bum up and back. Gaze, maybe looking straight down. Maybe looking at your toe a little bit, see what they're doing. But make sure that your neck is comfortable. That's so important. You don't want to strain at your neck looking at your feet the entire down dog. Now bend your knees here as much as you need. Just like relax them. There's no sense of being all stiff. And so just bend. Is that the tick? No. It's nail polish, I think. I hope. So be comfortable here. Now check where the weight is in your hands. So be aware of your hands, where you're supporting yourself. Is the weight all in your wrist? Can you send some of that forward towards your fingertip? the little part of your hands right before your fingers start. So distribute that there. So bend your knees, and then if you want to walk your dog, always feel free to lift one heel and press the other down. Nice little calf stretch. Little add-on. And let's stay still. Big inhale, press in your hand. Exhale, bend the knees, jump or walk to the front of your mat. And let's come to the front and just lift the hand up a little bit. Keep a bend in the knee. We're in forward fold here, Tadasana. So the neck is very relaxed. Let's tuck in our little big toe towards each other a little bit to line up the outer part of our feet. Bend your knees generously here. Maybe your chest touching your leg. Wrap your arm under your thigh and give a big squeeze. Make sure your neck is relaxed. You'll see me moving my head like little yes, no, maybe. Through the entire class, just making sure my neck is relaxed. Relax the grip on your thigh and inhale yourself back up very slowly, starting at the base of your spine and crawling up. So straightening every little tiny spine bone one at a time. Fixing your claws maybe on the way up. Your shoulders, your neck, and your head are going to be last in that order. Maybe rounding your shoulder and doing a little shoulder roll here. And I'm going to switch side so that my neck is not always the same way looking at you. Chin Chin, I don't know if you can see. Chin Chin, cut it down. Go do Shavasana. Yeah, go practice Shavasana. Scratch, scratch, scratch. So you're at the front of your mat, feet in Tadasana. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And here you can always take your block and bring it in the front of you and put a little weight there or a sturdy book, something, a little box that's sturdy. Put in the front of you. You can have just both ends dangling down. Now inhale your hands and place them on your elbows. And exhale, lowering down a little bit. Let the extra weight just do its magic. Now you always have the option to bring your hands directly under your leg. Or you can just dangle and enjoy the easy motion. Or use your block if you want just to. You need a little support here, so depending how you feel. Bring your hands above or below the knee. Tuck in the shoulders and let's bring our elbows straight back. Push that back. Neck is relaxed. Tuck in your guts. Inhale, half back. Or flat back. Little cup of tea sitting on your back without a drop spilling out. Now let's spill it. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Catch the ground with your hands. Inhale, 1 foot back. And drop the knee down. Untuck the toe. Now just start bringing your bum back and exhaling your hands back. You can double up your mat here for your knee if you have tender knees, or put a little pillow. And then just go as far as it's comfortable for you. And if you want to keep on going, maybe bringing the toes up. I'm just barely holding it. I don't want to force anything. It's doing pretty much right here on its own. Maybe bringing the foot in gently, and small movement in and out. And inhale forward. Let your back thigh go heavy towards the ground and push in your front foot. Make sure like I'm moving my toes so that my ankle is right under my knee. And press up, inhale up and exhale. Make your thigh heavy, your hips comes down. Your body is very straight here. Inhale your arms up. Exhale. Turn towards me and place your arm on your thigh. Just opening gently, no big open here. Your hip is pretty locked where it's at, so don't force anything. Exhale. Maybe do the same the other side. Just open a little bit. Play with your balance here. Coming back. Exhale. Place your hands back down. Tuck your back toes. Remember which foot is back because we're going to repeat that, but we have a little interlude in between. So inhale your thigh back up. Bring your bum up. Exhale. Bring your foot forward. And big inhale. Fall into reverse swan dive. And overhead. Come back up. Reach towards the ceiling, the sky. Exhale your arms down. Little break here. Little Tadasana. Adjust your posture. Adjust your feet. Everything is good. Inhale the arms up. And when I say inhale the arm up, you can have it on your hips too, right? So if they're tired, exhale all the way down. Inhale, flat back. I've got the wall here, so I can't extend too much, but extend on your inhale. And send your elbow away from you. And on your next exhale, tuck in your belly button. Lower your hand towards the ground, bend your knee. And inhale the other foot back. Exhaling the knee down, untuck the toe. Bring your wrist back under your shoulder and your ankle under your knee. Now exhale, let your back thigh get heavy towards the ground on its own. So adjust yourself. If you need a little more balance, bring the foot out a little bit. Make a little more room between your back knee and your front foot. So make sure your knee don't pass the toes. And if you want, you can stay just like that, or you can inhale and press in your foot, bring yourself back up. Inhale the arms up. Maybe exhaling to one side, looking what's there. And that's also all optional. Maybe exhaling your arm to your leg and looking what's on the other side, opening a little bit. Come back up. Little movement, any little movement you want to add to this, but be very gentle and move very slowly. Now let's catch the ground again and exhale your bum back. Now let the movement rotate, pivot your heel and bring your toes up towards the ceiling or the sky. Bring your hands back a little bit. And toes up, toes up. Bring them forward. If it's still too much, bring them forward. And now work with your own body here. So you want a little more, come back down a little more. Maybe a little forward. Move forward, you'll feel it different. So just find something that feels real nice. Okay, maybe there. Just play with it. This is your body, you know it better than me. See what feels good. Bend the knee and inhale the foot back forward. Let it go heavy. Tuck the back toe, press in the hand. And when you're ready, inhale your foot forward. And just look towards your knees. Dangle there a little bit longer. And inhale all the way up. I'm just going to come back down a little bit so my head don't touch the wall. Don't hit the wall. The big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, one foot back. Option to drop the knee. Always the option to drop the knee. Other foot back. You can drop the knees or stay up. Now we're going to Chaturanga to Cobra. So that's your little push-up that you don't want to bring your chest down first. So you can skip that and go to Child Pose or Down Dog again, and we'll join you in Down Dog. Or you can try to follow me and stop if it's not for you. This is not something you want to do every day. When I talk like that a long time, drop your knees down. And blah, 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 not forget and forget. And when I have live students, at least I can see their face like, but with this virtual, I don't know. So listen to your body and do what you've got to do. Now we're going to keep the elbows in so the forearms stay parallel with each other. And exhale the chest down, but not all the way. So I'm sending my elbows back. Now I'm lowering my hip down first and tucking the toe. The next thing I want to do is send my elbow away from my ears as I push in my hand and inhale into Cobra. So maybe looking back a little bit. Keep pressing, bring your bum back. Inhale, press your foot up, press your bum up. And then exhale, press in your hands and down dog. Inhale and exhale, jump or walk to the front of your mat. Big inhale, up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down, bend the knee. Inhale, one foot back. Exhale, the other foot back. Option to Chaturanga, to Cobra. Tuck the toe. Exhale, down dog. If this is too fast for you, you can slow down the video. Or you can just skip this bit. It's just a little, everything we did, but a little bit more fast. Now exhale your feet, but only to the middle of your mat. Then just slowly bring your hands to the front, so towards me. So we're gonna be facing each other here. As much bend in the knees as you want. Press in your feet. Inhale up, fingertip overhead maybe. Exhale the hands down. Now this is if you were. I share my notes of this class. It should be attached to this to the video and if you're doing it live with me, you should have got it 10 minutes prior to the class or an hour before the class. And you can see where we're going with this. So this is a little flow. This is where it's all in, the little stick men are drew in black towards the left. So let's bring our feet in Tadasana, under our hip, and just breathe there. A little breathe. Maybe a little shoulder roll. Now let's bring our feet wider. They're quite, maybe like comfortable wide. But I see more like people are afraid and they don't go as wide as they should, more than the other way around. So make sure that if you're able to go a little more, maybe not the full extend, because we're going to play with that. So you want the length of a warrior. So big toes can be in right now, because we're just going to move our shoulders again, because it feels so good. So maybe nailing them up, shrugging, sending them back. Hands come back towards each other. Exhale everything down. Now we're going to pivot them feet a lot. So I want to do that on the heel, because if we start lifting the heel and turning, we're going to end up all over the place. So make sure your heels are lined up with each other, and you should be good. So we're going to be lifting one foot at a time and turning this way. So the heels are going to be our pivoting points. So let's inhale one of the foot up, and from the heel, exhale the foot straight out. To make it the front foot, drop the foot down. Big inhale, tall, exhale. Just bring your knee until it's lined up. It's straight above your ankle or towards there. Now let's bring it towards the pinky toe. Your hips are going to try to square off towards me. So as the knee push towards the pinky toe, the back hip push back gently. So be as straight as you can. Inhale your arms up halfway. Exhale your shoulder down. Add a little length. And maybe turning your gaze towards your front fingertip, if it is comfortable for your neck, for warrior two. Lots of strength here. We're going to do a slow flow with this. So anytime, feel free to do this. So your shoulder become your arm. So press your shoulder back. Core is engaged. Now we're going to pivot on the heel again. So lift, put your weight on your front heel, lift your toes, resting back forward. We are into star. Keep inhaling those fingertips up and exhale, forward fold. Press your bum back away from you. Maybe bending the knees here as much as you want for a little bouncy motion. Maybe a little circle with your lower spine, your lower back. Round that, round everything. Look between your legs, see what's there. I see plants. I see that I have to vacuum later on and maybe wash the floor. I see a lot of things I shouldn't want to see, so let's inhale back up. Exhale the arms down. Now here, bring your thighs, press your thighs towards each other when you move, just to stabilize yourself. So same thing we're going to do. Repeat the warrior on the other side, and we're going to pivot from the heel. So inhale your toes up, turn your toes away from you, plant down, bring your knee above your ankle. Feel free to adjust your stand if it's too short, too wide. So ideally your heel lands right in the middle of your arch, but that should happen on its own if you're just lifting your toes and pivoting on the heel. So same thing here. Bring your knee towards your pinky toe. Hips up straightish. Inhale your arm halfway. Exhale the shoulder down. Reach through the fingertip, maybe looking forward. Belly button press towards your spine. Little tailbone, just very gently, little smidge curves in a little bit. And on your next exhale, push on the foot, drop the arm, lift the toes, and we're back in center. Bend the knee a little bit. Inhale back up. Exhale, forward fold. Catch the ground. Leave one hand in the middle of the ground. Bend your knees a lot. So you're like you got a lot of weight on the end, on the feet. Legs are engaged towards each other. Inhale one arm up. Maybe put it on your hip or maybe lift it up. Go very slow, very mindful. Work with compassion, self-love. So don't do anything mean to yourself, please. And exhale your hand back down. Inhale the other hand up. So you may feel that in the opposite inner thigh, or maybe other places. And exhale the hand down. Bend your knees. Pretend roots are coming out of your toes, of your feet, of your heel. Press your leg towards each other and inhale your chest back up. Little shoulder roll if it feels nice to you. We're keeping the arms down for a little bit. Well, we are in a modified store with only the legs left. So inhale, we're going to repeat that on both sides. Inhale the toes up, pivot the foot, plant it down, adjust if something moves somehow. Knee over the ankle and open up in your warrior two. Exhale the shoulder down. Make sure your knee's not fanning in, so keep that out. Pushing back, and your back hip trying to go back as well. So it's like it's pushing back from both extremities. Maybe looking forward. So do the best you can. This is about you, between you, your body. Pressing your foot, straighten the leg, and let's pivot that foot again. Lift the toes, bring them forward. Exhale the arm down anytime, anytime, anytime. Now with our arms, we got our toes in here. Inhale halfway and give yourself a big kumbaya hug. Big I love me hug. I will be good to me hug. Maybe little body circle. Bend your knees here. Bend your knees. You don't have to lock the joints. Oh, little baby circle with your body. And yes, we'll do the other side, warrior, don't worry. I didn't forget. Big hug the other side. Big kumbaya hug. Here we go. And here we go. My hair is in my mouth. And let's do the other warrior side. So keep your hands down for now. We have them up quite a bit. Let's lift the toes, turn the heel, and go on the other side and do a warrior. So I'm going to shrink my length a little bit. It didn't feel right. Feel free to do the same. And let's open up in our warrior. If you want, you can try closing your eyes and just feeling the asana, feeling the posture. Just feel it. I'm feeling it that I want my hands on my hips, so I'm moving them there now. Like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I'm going to leave them there for now. Yep. It has to feel nice. But know the difference between it's sore and tired. If your arm are just tired, you can leave them there. You're not hurting them. If it starts being sore, it's a different story. Come right out of it. So let's adjust. I'm going to watch the video and say, try to adjust myself. And exhale the arms down if they are up. Lift the toes up and bring the toes forward. The heel, the toes up and forward. Bend the knees a lot. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And I'm just going to turn. You can stay the way you are just so you can see. This is where you want the wall and you want the block. So I'm going to come a little closer to my wall here. And so you can just move your things around if you can. Here we go. Just move your things around here. Make a little room. If you have things on the wall you're afraid you'll knock, take them out. So we're going to work on a variation of half split, and it sounds worse than it is. It's not going to be worse than you'll be able to do it because you're going to work with your body. And we're going to do a variation. Stay right, you just need water. And a variation of a half moon bow, which is like a sugar cane variation. Sugar cane pose, half moon pose, but with that bow, with that half moon bow. So let's use the wall, let's use our block, or maybe nothing, and do what you can. It's all good, you can do it with, you don't need anything for this. So let's just like come to the wall a little bit. Maybe put your back on it then. First, just feel the wall. Just feel where it's going. Just make sure it's there. And maybe like turning gently to the side. Now the side's gonna catch me. Now let's bend our knees down. Catch the floor. You can have a block. You can put your hands straight down the ground if you want. Whichever you want, but bend your knees. Take your outer foot and just lift it off the ground, and maybe send your hips on the wall if you need a little extra space here. A little extra hiking shoe. But the foot can stay on the ground too, and this is already good. If not, just maybe send the heel back up, maybe the toes back up a little bit. Keep the knee bended. Then inhale the shoulder up. Maybe catch the foot, And maybe see if the shoulders, both shoulders wants to touch the ground, but the wall. Maybe not. Now look straight down, and it should help you with your balance. And exhale the knee back down. So let's do that on the other side. So put yourself against the wall to the side. Let's just move forward, like exhale down, like a little forward fold. And you can use your block or nothing here. And you can always touch the wall with the hip too. Now press into that block. It's just extending your hands because your arms are a little shorter than your legs somehow. So press in that block and just bend one knee and just lift that knee up. Like a little Matsify half moon. You can bend the elbow, go straight towards your block if you want. And if you want, and you don't have to, You can catch the foot just like almost like a dancer, but make sure the knee's not open. You want that in. Just a little bit. Again, feel free. Then you can exhale that down. You can always feel free to keep both feet on the ground. And inhale back up. So just a little something fun thrown in there. And let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. If you're at the end of your mat like me, walk forward or walk backward into a plank. Knee can come down, of course. Option to chaturanga. So you're laying on your tummy. Now let's bring our elbow and put them under our shoulders. So back it up a bit. So right under your shoulders. We're going in Sphinx, so Cobra, your hands would be under your shoulder, and in Sphinx, it's your elbows. So it's a little gentler, a little more support. Your forearms are parallel with each other. And just relax here. Don't try to do anything, but if you must add a little something, maybe inhale a little length through the crown of your head, pressing your head out of your shoulders, and exhaling, looking at one foot, inhaling forward, exhale, other side, look at your foot, or towards your foot, inhale forward, exhale, maybe just peeking towards your knee, your foot in that direction. Inhale forward, exhale back, looking at the foot, the knee. Inhale back up. And exhale the chest down. Now let's roll on our back. So take your time here. Make sure you're comfy. And just cross your leg. Cross your leg. If you need to do that movement by lowering your leg, and then just bend your knee towards yourself. Catch the opposite foot. And gently with each exhale, maybe like bringing the feet a little closer to you. With each inhale, relaxing this. Inhale, I'm just pressing my knee a little bit away from you, and with each exhale, I'm bringing my hand a tad closer. Those are very small movements. I don't even know if you can see them. Or you can just hold your feet and enjoy. Now, place the bottom foot down. Leave the upper leg crossed like this, but just slide it so that the ankle's above the thigh. We're going in reverse pigeon. I also heard it called number 4. So you thread the needle like, you just bring your hands, catch your thigh, your lower thigh, and just bring it a little closer to you. One of your arms going to be into your upper leg here, your upper thigh. So just maybe pressing that away a little bit to open the hip, but you want gentle movement here. So inhale, and with each exhale, maybe bring the leg a little bit closer to you, only while it feels nice. When you're not sure if it's nice or what, come out of it a little bit or come out of it completely. Here is a nice time if you're bored, if you need to add something, to wiggle your toes. Little circle with your feet. And exhale the foot down. Releasing the legs, we're going to switch that to the other side. So bring your other foot over the other, we're just switching, you're crossing your leg with your lower leg above now. And let's exhale. Exhale your thigh towards your chest. Slide your hands to your ankles, your feet, maybe your ankle here. And maybe give them a nice little tug with your exhale, just gently. Neck is super relaxed, so elbows away, push towards your hip so that your neck can gently move side to side. Inhale, press your foot until it hits the ground. Thread the needle, exhale. Bring your thigh a little closer to you. Inhale, exhaling the leg a little closer. Maybe staying put there, maybe working on opening the other leg, the other hip, or not. What's very important here is that you're comfortable and especially your neck is relaxed. If it's not come out of it, loosen up something here. We're not going to be mean to us, right? And exhale that foot down. And twist the feet. Is that chin covering here? And let's hug our shoulders. Oh, nice hug. Maybe turning side to side. Little rolls. And centered. Plant your feet on the ground, your arms away from you, for support. We're going to just do a little windshield wiper, and here you have a lot of options. You can just exhale your leg to one side and leave them there. Try to keep both shoulders into the ground. Inhaling up if you want to switch side, exhaling the other side. Chin, chin. Hello, chin, chin. Or just windshield wiper. So remember just to breathe if you're sending your legs side to side, gentle, mindful movement. In center, exhale your knees towards you. Bring your hands inside. Grab your ankle, your feet, your big toe, something. And let's curve our lower back by bringing our knees towards our armpit and our feet away from each other for happy baby. Now you can stay just like that. Or you can add little motion. This is all you decide. What feels good to you right now. Like a little baby in a crib. Making a little movement. Maybe bigger movement. Something fun. Maybe you're rolling. Just careful your neck. Be mindful of your body. Have fun with this. Maybe a little turning side to side, a little self-massage here, self-love. Massaging the back. Any little motion that feels nice, and let's stay still. Back in our happy baby. Inhale the feet along the side of the mat. Your arm overhead, reach, exhale, relax everything. And now this is time to get ready for Shavasana. So you can lay down on your mat with your legs open and your arm a little away from the body. You don't want to go too big, so a little closer to you, very comfy. Maybe bringing your fingertip away from your hip. Maybe you want your legs up the wall. So bring your hip closer to the wall. And just turn yourself. Make sure they touch. When you turn, just wiggle until your bum actually touch that wall. You don't want to be away from it for this. And this is very, very nice too, to bring the circulation back where it belongs. And very relaxing. Or you may choose to be sitting down. So get your pillow, lower your music. Little blanket maybe. Little eye weight or eye mask. Or you can be sitting down with your wall against the wall, your back against the wall. Sit in a chair, lay on your bed, the couch. And I would like to invite you to close your eyes if it is comfy for you. And just the same way when we started here, feel free to open your eyes a little bit. We're going to do a Imagery Shavasana Meditation with Imagery. And if anything is like, this doesn't work for you, like tune me out, open your eyes anytime. Just like, okay, I'm not really there. So feel free, you always have that option, just open your eyes if they are closed. But other than that, if you're comfy with closed eyes, I would like you to do so. And just relax here. Make yourself relax. Maybe again sending your fingertips away from your ears, your shoulder away from your ear. Not only your head can turn gently side to side, but make sure it's not too tilted back, especially if you're laying on the floor. So bring your chin a little closer to your chest to adjust that. And just get comfortable from there. Now just start breathing in and out, if possible, through the nose. Inhaling big, deep, long inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhale throughout the nose. Yes, you can breathe through your mouth if your nose is clogged, of course. So go with your own breath here. And let's make it go back to normal without trying to control it for the meditation. But anytime you have thoughts coming at you that don't belong or you don't want them, just bring your attention back to your breath and then let it go and come back to the meditation if you wish. So we are going to a beautiful enchanted garden. And we're walking through this beautiful path. We see those wide, large stairs going down into this beautiful magical garden. So we stepped into the first step. Then we start moving a little forward. The steps are very near, they're little baby step. We don't have to come down very much, so you just down step to the next white stoop. Look around. Everything is green with a little sprinkle of wetness, a little dew over everything. And you can see the sun creeping through the branches softly. Orange, yellow, blinding white glows coming at you, making beautiful design into the green field. The field has just been mowed and it's lush. It's a beautiful grass. And on the steps going down is this moss where your bare feet are sinking. It is soft, it is comfortable. You move a little further and you step down to the next step. Getting a little closer to down below. You see a waterfall. You see birds of all colors flying. Blue, red, green with a majestic tail. Beautiful birds flying free. And you can, as you step down every step, you get a little more relaxed, a little more present. See how the breeze feels on your skin. Hear the sounds of the birds. As you are stepping down into those steps, the previous sounds are going further and further from you. As the beauty, the fresh air is coming, surrounding you. You are down to your last step before entering your garden. Your body feels wonderfully relaxed. And you make that step gently, slowly down below. You look down at your bare feet and they are sank into the grass. It is warm. The little dew that you can feel is warm on your feet, feelings wonderful. And you gently start walking, taking it all in, looking around you, looking at the trees, the shrub, touching the trunk of a tree, feeling the outer shell, how rough and how beautiful its roughness is. Bending over and gazing your fingertip on the soft moss, realizing how soft it is and yet still beautiful. Soft, coarse, still all beautiful for being themselves, just for being accepted as they are, as we accept ourselves as we are. Maybe a little rough on the outside, maybe a little soft inside, and it's okay, it's us. We love us. I love you starts with I. So with each exhale, your feet sink down a little deeper, bringing the attention back to your breath. Inhale the fresh air, inhale all the beauty. Exhaling love all around you. Exhale all the love, the extra love in you. Let it pour out with each exhale. Share that. The more you share, the bigger, the stronger it gets inside of you. You see a nice hammock between two trees. Nice little fleecy, cool material, very soft. It's inviting. You sit on it and decide to lay down, and making the choice for the next moment, just to be, just to exist. Inhale slowly, and if you want, keeping your eyes closed, start moving your fingertips, your toes, maybe moving your head side to side, maybe hugging your knees to your chest. All kind of little suggestion here, but really do what feels good, what your body wants right now. Little mindful movement. And we're starting to hear the sound again that were above those there. We're reincorporating them as our little birds, even though they are staying with us, moves away. Feel free to go back to your enchanted garden and make it what you want it to be. And feel free to go there anytime you need to. A little break, a little mental break, a little rest. And if it's comfortable for you and you happen to be laying down, maybe just rolling to your right side for a couple breaths, not to sit up too fast. Then taking a comfortable seat. Maybe moving the luggage, moving your little extra luggage, little packings here, making room for sit bones. Your hands can be on your leg, they can be closed down. You want to just like seal all that you just learned. Maybe they are open for more. Wherever they are comfortable is where your hands are, is where your gaze is. If you want, you have the option to bring them in Anjali Mudra and little prayer hands. They don't have to be. You can do what you want, little mudra. You can put them at your heart. So it's all optional. Little bowing, it's optional. So you do what you want, what you're comfortable with. And first, I would like to thank you for being here for the live shooting or for watching the video later on. Thank you so much. And I would like to quote Albert Einstein, who was talking about creativity. Yoga is so creative because we're really making it what works for us. He didn't say that. No. Albert Einstein said, creativity is intelligence having fun. Here we go. So now we have it. And I would like to wish you a wonderful day. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. If you would like to subscribe to my Patreon page, you can look. There's a lot of free bits there too. So feel free to do that. And Namaste.